The Ondo State Police Command were said to have arrested 3 young men in connection to the disappearance and murder of 2 young AAUA students who went missing on the 20th of June 2025. 25-year-old Friday Abba and 19-year-old Eloho Oko were both said to have been students of the Adekunle Ajasin University, Akumba Okoko. They were both declared missing on the 24th of June 2025. Now, it wasn't clear if they were in a relationship, if they were abducted together, if they were on the same car when the abduction took place, or if they were both abducted differently. However, it was said the both of them were abducted and killed. On the 20th of June 2025, they both went missing, and the family, after conducting their own private investigation, filed a missing persons report on the 24th of June 2025. After they filed the missing persons report, the Ondo State Police Command, led by the Commissioner of Police by the name of Adewale Lawal, started an investigation immediately. On Wednesday, the 16th of July 2025, the Commissioner of Police came out to address the general public on their progress in the case. According to him, after intensive investigation and forensic tracking, their tracking led them to Lagos State, where they arrested 38-year-old Abdul Muhammad Mubarak, who was in possession of iPhone 14 Pro Max belonging to one of the students. After he was arrested, he confessed to have bought the phone from one Mr. Ojo Michael, who was eventually traced and arrested in Aramoko, Ekiti. Also, the victim's Lexus ROS 350 was equally recovered. The both of them were taken into custody for further investigation. And while interrogating them, Michael confessed to have participated in the act and named one Oladele Femi. Now, this is one funny thing about the whole story. Oladele Femi is said to be a landlord to one of the students. Femi had planned this whole acting. He contacted Michael and another young man by the name of Kola, who is still currently at large, to abduct these 2 students and rob them of their belongings. While interrogating the landlord and Michael, it was revealed that after abducting these 2 students, they withdrew the sum of 800,000 from Abba's accounts while the girl was forcefully raped. While they were raping her, she tried to unmask their face. Now, these young men were all masked. The 3 young men were all masked. Femi, Michael, and Kola were masked and went for this action. However, while raping her, Eloho tried their best to unmask one of their faces. Unfortunately for them, it was the landlord's face she unmasked. It wasn't clear if it was Eloho's landlord or Abba's landlord, which was what led to their death, because the landlord was the one who planned the whole act. And given the fact that his face has been revealed, obviously he wouldn't want his face to go viral or come out in the open, so he told his team to unalive them. They were both killed and disposed at different locations between Agbado and Ode Ekiti. The landlord, after so much interrogation, admitted to the crime and led them to the location where they dumped Eloho's body at Ode Ekiti, while they are still conducting search to recover the body of Friday Oko, who was believed to have been dumped in a river somewhere around Agbado. The Ondo State Commissioner of Police, Lawal, has described the incident as heartbreaking, premeditated violence and betrayal, because this whole act was planned by one of their landlords, which I believe was the guy's landlord, because obviously the sum of 800,000 was withdrawn from his accounts. How did the landlord know this boy had that kind of money in his accounts? After the whole story analysis, I've come to the conclusion that the landlord was in fact the landlord of the boy. And probably this boy was living a lavish life. He was doing well for himself, which was why the landlord orchestrated the whole plan. Because how would they know he had the sum of 800,000? And I believe the Lexus RS 350, which was recovered, belongs to the boy. Probably this girl was just his friend or his girlfriend who had come visiting and they planned on going out. Then the landlord set them up, abducted them, and after seeing this young girl, probably he liked her. He decided to rape her before letting them go. But unfortunately, his face was revealed, and that was what led to their death. I just feel bad for them, because who knows, if the girl had even left his face covered, maybe they would have just collected what they wanted to collect and just free them. But these people were actually very wicked. This landlord is actually very wicked, which is why we need to be very careful the kind of environment we rent. We need to make inquiries. We need to inquire into the compound we rent, because most compounds are even owned by ex-convicts. Most landlords are pedophiles, ritualists, and all that. So we need to be very careful the compound we rent. We need to be very careful the environment we rent. Make inquiries into the environment you're moving into. How is my landlord? How is my landlady? What are their criminal records? Make inquiries so you'll be safe. We need to really be very careful. Now, the AAUA Student Union President by the name of Akim described the whole incident as devastating, saying that the union acted very fast in involving security agencies to help aid in the search of these 2 students. But unfortunately, they are both dead. I hope the body of Abba is at least recovered so his parents can lay him to rest, and I hope their souls rest in peace. However, I pray the maximum punishment is given to all 3 of them, and also the man who bought the stolen phone. Now, this is another reason why you need to be very careful buying cheap phones. I believe that phone must have been sold to him at a very cheap price. You are buying a phone, you don't make inquiries. Make inquiries, because him also will be punished. He won't even be exonerated on the ground that he wasn't part of those who killed the 2 students. For the fact that he bought a stolen property, for the fact that he was in possession of the property belonging to one of the deceased, he will also be punished. Maybe he would get a lighter punishment, however, he won't escape punishment. But I hope they apprehend Kola, who is currently at large, and punish him, the landlord, and Michael severely for their acts. I hope the law gives these 2 students the justice they deserve and punish these people severely. Give them the maximum punishment they deserve. However, what do you think about the story? Please kindly drop your opinion under the comment section. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please do so. And don't forget to share this video. Have a great day.